Continuing in the Garden of Emunah, we're on page 157, Parking Inspector. As we've discussed, Rav Arush is explaining to us and giving us examples of jobs that people could have and how you turn that into Emunah and how you work it with Emunah. So the next one is a parking inspector. Again, like we've explained before, a lot of these jobs most of us are not connected to, and we work in different types of jobs. But in Israel, it's very common, and not just very common. Most of them are people that are Jews and that some are religious, and it makes no difference. It's another job, and we're going to learn from here how to apply this to our life. Most important thing the rabbi says over here is that our job is to know that we can't hurt people. We can't go around not thinking. We can't go around just, a person is mu'ad to damage, right? The Gemara says that Adam mu'ad for damaging. So a person always has to be careful. A person has to go out within his mind that he can't hurt people. And he has to pay attention to that's the Hashem in the world. So that's the first rule. So now a meter maid, as they're called in England, they have also a very, very important task. What's the important task? You would say, maybe think that's not so important of a task. No, but imagine everybody would just park wherever they wanted, and people would just double park and triple park. They already do it. And there's people getting tickets. How much would they do it if they didn't get a ticket? So that's not good, because then that makes congestion, then you can't drive anywhere. So we know that there's benefits, and it's important to make sure they don't block your driveway. They give people tickets. They make sure that they don't block the fire hydrant, so that if Chas v'Shalom is a fire, right? These are not things that came out from just because they want to make money. But people do want to make money, and that's where the cruelty came in. And that's where we have to protect ourselves from. And that's what the rabbi is giving us. So all these laws make sense, and all these things make sense. But when now it becomes a business, and it becomes a business for the parking inspector, he has to be careful. If he has a quota, and he gets maybe commission, and all these different things, he has to know that he has to take all these things into consideration, and not have a bias. And he has to be a compassionate person. If he sees a guy in a car and he wants to, just for a second, put something from the store, he wants to stop here for a second, just please, let me just grab this, and so I don't have to walk so far, and, let me hang out 1 minute. And then he says, okay, sure, and then lets the guy go, and then while he's doing that, he puts a ticket on this thing and drives away. That's very cruel. So we understand the power and authority that he has, even though it's, again, what is it? What's he giving you a ticket? $50. But it irks us. That's a power that they have that can also then be a dangerous thing for them. And they can fall into pitfalls of being cruel. And Hashem's the judge. They have to remember that there's a Hashem in the world. They have to live upright. They have to have emunah. Then they have to be compassionate. And even if they're right and they should give the guy a ticket, but try to think if there's a mitigating circumstance, if there's something you could do for him. These are the things that we have to take to heart. It doesn't matter where we are in life. It doesn't matter what job we have. It doesn't matter who we're working with. We need to be compassionate people. We need to understand that this is what Hashem wants. It's not liberalism in terms of just being, help everybody. It's about what's doing the right thing. It's not about haphazardly, just no thought. Of course we think, but we have to do the right chesed. Not every chesed is chesed. Watch, if you want to tell the guy, here, you take a guy who's 14, and you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to put you in the best college in the world. So, very nice. You gave this 14-year-old, you put him in Harvard Law School, second year of Harvard Law. Oh, what do you mean? I gave him the best school. It's great, right? No, that's ridiculous. You can't take a fool and put him in Harvard Law School. That's not chesed. You have to understand that every chesed has to have sechel. Everything has to have brains to it. We have to understand that if a guy is a habitual parker in my driveway, that yes, you got to give the guy a ticket and you can't be merachem on him. Why? Because that's foolish. This person is foolish. So that's chokhmah has to go along with who you're dealing with. And when there is no chokhmah, then we have to sometimes deal in manners that we don't want to. And that's the goal of a parking inspector. He has to know and deal with chokhmah in order to get the people to live properly with each other, and to always understand how we have to judge people and how we have to be compassionate in every job that we do. And this is what Hashem wants. This is what Yehud is. And this is how we can be zocher to that by living upright. Yeah, it's so hard. Wow, I have to be a tzaddik. But it's not hard because Hashem's doing everything. We're living with Hashem all the time. We're doing emunah all the time. We're speaking. We just have now the whole holiday of Hanukkah. And what do we say? He'emanti ki adaber. I believe, I have faith because I speak. He'emanti ki adaber. We have to speak emunah every day. We have to talk emunah every day, learn emunah every day, and we should be zocher to emunah every day. He'emanti ki adaber. We should be zocher in the Hallel to the emunah. The emunah, the Hallel, and the Hoda'ah on this light. The nights of Hanukkah are almost at an end, and we have to get the end of it. We have to grab it. We have to grab the light. The light happened from the little bit that we have left. It doesn't come from all the riches. It comes from when we know it, we have a little bit, and we're relying on Hashem now, and we take ourselves completely out, all the miracles happen. How's it the Maccabees were able to overcome? How could it be me'at against the Rabbim? It's not possible. It's not possible when you're limiting Hashem. When you think it's not possible. When you butt out and you realize it's not possible, then there's no limits to what Hashem does. It's when we limit Him. Open up. Forget all the limits. There's no limitations. There's great things happening in the world now. And Be'ezat Hashem, we should be zocher to Mashiach v'mirabi aminu amen.